Ladies and gentlemen, today I bring you the easiest and best way to make money in Arc Raiders. Today I'm showing you guys the fastest, the safest, and most consistent ways to stack cash in the game after the update. If you guys enjoy what you're seeing, like the video for us. We're trying to grow this channel. I appreciate you guys watching, man. Hope you guys enjoy it. Peace out, baby. Now, the map we're taking you guys to is Buried City during the Bird City event. There is 9 different timelines during the day, so make sure you guys check the description. I will drop the link in the description for you. We're taking an anvil, a snap hook in our butt. Make sure you guys are taking seeker grenades if you have them, or you can craft them. It just makes it a lot easier for us.
I'm coming.
Come on, dude. Come on.
I got the way.
They're fucking moving, dude.
Shit. You alright?
Do you get any ducks?
Did I see any ducks?
Did you get any?
Matter of fact.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Come on, huh? Come on.
Look.
Hey, hold on.
Wait. Yeah.
Ah! Come on, dude.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Have a good day, brother. Have a good day. Now, at the beginning of the video, I just wanted to show you guys, a little clip to show you a little sneak peek of, what it's like if you get out with a friend. We're trading ducks. It's a fun time in here. So, it's not just boring looting. You find some people where you're, showing off the ducks that you're finding in these chimneys. But we start off on the south side of the map in the first raid here. I'm going to be showing you guys 2 different raids where I almost make around 200K both times in about 15 minutes. So again, it's easy bread. You don't find this amount of money in the game unless you're, PvP and absolute psychopaths. And we don't want to do that. We're trying to avoid the fighting in the game. We're just coming in to loot, take our ducks out of the chimneys, get out quick, and quick reset. Because again, the events only go on for about an hour every single time. So just keep that in mind. Now, also keep in mind when you are going to Bird City to get the village spawn, or at least one that's close, and make sure you get somewhat of a fresh raid, because you don't want to spawn in, look in these chimneys, and completely waste your time on, looking for these ducks if you're already late and people have already done it. So if you guys, again, if you did bring a hatch key, I would recommend it highly. But if you don't, then quick reset if you guys spawn in late or get a bad spawn and you're not by the village, because then just everything's gone. You're just wasting your own time. There's no point even trying, because everything's going to be gone. Now, again, we did bring the snap hook in. This is what I recommend for anybody that if you have an extra one laying around and you are in friendly lobbies, I definitely recommend you do bring it into Bird City, because it makes it a lot easier, a lot quicker to get in and out of these raids. Again, we're utilizing our time and trying to get the most ROI, or most money out of our investment here. This is what we're coming in here for. We're coming in here strictly for money. We're not looking for really, guns or anything else. We're only looking for ducks and trinkets and food that's in the chimneys. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you guys got the snap hook ready. If you got to zip around, use it, and then just put it back in your butt just in case. But at the start of every one of these raids, I am looking for ducks, trinkets, food, and seeds. If you add up the seeds, every 100 seeds that you get is $10,000. So just keep that in mind. If you could stack up as much seeds as you can. If you guys want to keep in your inventory to use it, in the Celeste shop, you can. But me personally, right now, I was just trying to make the most amount of money that I could possibly make. And, I just stack up stacks of seeds. Don't leave the seeds in the chimney. There's no point. If you could come out with a stack of seeds, it's 10K. So why the hell would you just leave them? It makes no sense. But you are going to find a couple different things in the chimneys. You're going to find food. You're going to find, as you saw before, I got a snow globe out of that one chimney. And then obviously the ducks that we're looking for too. So just try to search as much chimneys as you can in the route that you kind of design yourself, again, depending on where you spawn, and this will get you the most money possibly that you could possibly make in a raid in Arc Raiders. There's like no other way to do this. You can go on, you know, kind of looting runs or key runs, you know, on Cold Snap or possibly night raids, but then you're just involving yourself in possible fights where you lose everything and again wasting your time. So this is the most efficient way to make the most cash if you guys are low on cash in the game. It's just spawning into Bird City, you know, getting a good spawn and just checking every single chimney that you can in the amount of time that you can without other people stealing the loot that are on the chimneys. So again, I like to go in like a zigzag form where, you know, kind of like an S formation, I guess, if you draw it on the map, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's the easiest way I found to make, you know, almost 200K every single time in about 10, 15 minutes. And you get about, you know, 4, 5 raids-ish if you do it quick. If you just take an hour of your day, you know, and just keep spawning into Bird City, selling everything in your inventory when you go back to the lobby and just resetting and not fighting anybody. It's money. It's you don't have any risk. There's rare risk involved in the strategy that I'm showing you here because again, you're not fighting anybody. You have secret grenades, so you don't really have to worry about the arc that much, and just kind of watching where everybody goes throughout your raid, just so you don't follow them and waste your time going through the chimneys that are already looted. There's plenty of chimneys on the map. There's plenty of chimneys, so you don't have to worry about, you know, not enough loot unless, again, you spawn in late, which I already talked about. So I got a full inventory. Might as well just get out. Again, I got the hatch key. You know, it's only been not even 9 minutes. So as you guys can see here, we got about a half stack of seeds, bunch of trinkets. We got 2 snow globes, a mixtape, you know, some modules, bunch of ducks, trinkets, everything you need. 100K in and out. It's easy bread. That's just how it goes. Now, looking on to raid number 2 here, we get a north spawn, which I told you I don't really recommend if you're not really close to the village, but I did want to show you guys, you know, it is doable, but again, I don't recommend. We got a fresh raid, got about like 350 meters until the village, until we start looking for our ducks. So again, I wouldn't recommend it, but I want to show you guys it definitely is possible. If you guys don't have time to reset, it's like at the end of the event, because again, the event's only on for an hour, so you know, this was at the end of the event. I was like, I might as well just stick it out and just hopefully people aren't looking for the ducks. And we still end up walking away with 150K. And in this one, I actually forgot a hatch key, unfortunately. So I will show you guys how to, you know, safely extract as well. Again, there's no fighting, so try not to worry. You always want to be on your toes in Arc Raiders because, you know, you never know when somebody's going to turn on you or do some weird shit. But other than that, like, you don't really have to worry too much. Just make sure you got your anvil ready. This is all I brought was an anvil. We're not looking to PvP again. The anvil is just strictly for the arc, to kill the arc that tries to kill us. So now this raid as well, I'm just kind of experimenting with a different side of the map, trying to see if there's, you know, any chimneys over here as well, so we don't have to walk all the way to the village. But it doesn't seem like they really have a lot of spawns over here for the ducks. It's mostly in the village, so I just make my way over the village and, you know, we start farming from there. But as you guys can see, still 28 minutes left in the raid, so we haven't killed too much time running over here. But this is a money spot right here. We got a bunch of zip lines already set up for us because in the Bird City, they actually made more zip lines. So, again, you don't necessarily have to bring the snap hook. I just find it a lot easier if there isn't a zip line going to another building because a lot of these raiders aren't going to bring a snap hook, so you get there. The main point of this whole thing is just getting to the places before the other raiders do. So again, you're not wasting your time and just coming into a raid for no reason, checking all the chimneys that everybody else already looted. So the snap hook is really for that, just to speed up the process and you know, hit as many chimneys as we can. But there's going to be these small chimneys as well that a lot of people don't check. Most people just check the big ones that actually look like chimneys, but I don't know what you'd call these things, these little vents that are sticking out of the roof. The small ones have, you know, a lot of times they do have the pink ducks that are, you know, worth the, you know, the big money. So now right now I'm thinking I'm getting excited because if these aren't looted, then that means the other buildings in front of me aren't looted either. which is just free for us. It's just free farm for us the whole entire rest of the raid. So I take advantage of this, and I stay in the raid longer than I should just because I know that nobody has looted any of this. There's our first gold or purple duck out of the big chimney, and this is huge. This is where we stack our bread here, boys. Nobody around. All these chimneys are unlooted, and this is how you get out with close to 200K every single time you do this. If you get the right... There's a lot of luck involved, as you guys can tell. A lot of luck. Hopefully people aren't doing what we're doing. And yeah, if you guys get lucky, you take the right route, you get the right spawn, again, you will come out with close to 200K every single time. And if you do it right, again, it's in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, which is so money. If the event's going on for an hour, you know, we want to do like 4 raids, 3-4 raids, it's easy. If you guys only want ducks, that's fine. Just leave the trinkets for Big Daddy over here. I'll take them off your hands. That's a big one. We get a vase. You know, we get some Exodus modules. Easy bread. Now, at this point, I do have close to 120K on me. I've noticed, obviously, that a lot of people are leaving stuff in the chimneys. So I'm like, you know, kind of freaking myself out. Like, did I already hit this? Did somebody leave something in there? So I'm just getting greedy at the 17-minute mark. We do get another pink duck out of that one. So some of these chimneys are hit, some of them aren't. So now we're at a point, I'm almost at the 15-minute mark. Nobody's really in the raid that I know of. So, you know, most of the lobby is kind of ours, or most of the map is kind of ours. So I'm just kind of trying to find little loot spots that nobody has looted yet. Trying to grab, you know, kind of everything that I can fit in my inventory. If there's any trinkets that I can hold, just to make the most out of this raid. We're at 150K almost. So, you know, not bad. Not bad. It wasn't the best raid, but it's not the worst. 150K cash is unheard of. So I see that one of the last players is leaving in the extract below me. So I'm just kind of trying to search around it, trying to grab as much stuff as I can in my inventory, because I know this is one of the last raids in the event. So I probably won't be coming back for a couple hours. But again, I'm just trying to check around it, see if anybody missed anything that I can grab. And, you know, just to bring as much stuff as I can out of the raid. You know, whatever I can bring, whatever I can sell, whatever I can stack is kind of what we're looking for right here. So this is why I just keep kind of walking around each building trying to find as much stuff as I can. But I've found this is the best way to make money, or at least cash, in the game. You know, solo, no PvP. Now, with a minute to spare here, we finally work our way to the final extract. Hopefully nobody's camping it. This is how it's done, boys. This is how it's done. How I just did it. If you got, you know, you got to get pretty lucky, like I was saying. But if you do get lucky, you should be getting out with 150 to 200 grand every single time you do this. If you guys are in friendly lobbies, make sure you guys make your lobbies friendly before. If you need help with that, I do have a way where I show you guys how to make your lobbies friendly, so you don't have to fight anybody, and you can just simply spawn in Arc Raiders, and, you know, just not having to PvP anyone. You could PvE and just get the most amount of money that you can in every single raid that you do. We finally get back to Speranza with 161K in the inventory. We got 3 ducks, we got 3 mixtapes, we got 2 modules. We got, I believe, 4 watch boxes, 4 vases, 4 different ducks besides the pink ones. You know, some jewelry, a music album, you know, a Stitcher that we can sell for not a lot. But, you know, again, at the end of that raid, we were just scavenging everything. So, you know, this is the way to do it, guys. If you don't want to fight, you don't want to, you know, deal with all that nonsense, and, you know, 120, 150 grand in a PvP lobby is like, you know, a bunch of Ven 4s, bunch of Renegades. Like, that's a really good PvP run. But we don't even have to do that. We just go into Bird City every couple hours, you know, for an hour, and, you know, do about 3 or 4 raids, get in and out, make your cash, and there's no stress involved. There's no stress. Go in, get your ducks, get your pink trinkets, and that's it, man. That's it. 121 grand in the last raid, over 100 grand on the first raid that I showed you guys. That's how you do it. That is the best way to make cash in Arc Raiders. If you guys enjoyed this video, man, I appreciate you guys sticking through for the whole thing. Peace out, baby.